Why am I reviewing Coffee and Kareem, you ask? Nothing else really came out on Netflix, and I still need to watch Ozark, and that's like a full, 3 seasons I need to watch. That's going to take a while, so I watched Coffee and Kareem.
When my mom dated this one guy, and we became BFFs.
You were BFFs with a grown-ass man? There's literally documentaries on Netflix about why that's so sick and fucked up.
I think that's a different...
You expect us to be Fuck out of my face. Welcome back to my channel.
Remember when I told you about that white cop who was humping my mom? Well, now you see what happens when you fuck with me.
Pig stuck his dick in the wrong blanket.
They said that you've been talking about the deal.
Oh, shit.
Hey, who's back there?
Kareem, run! Get in!
Back up, yo. Your dick is rubbing against my ass.
Well, then turn towards me.
I don't want to rub dicks either.
Ed Helms is a cop named Coffee who is dating Taraji P. Henson, and she's got a kid named Kareem, and he catches them fucking, as they say in the movie. Then he decides that he's trying to be a rapper. He's 12 and he's trying to be a rapper, and he decides that he's gonna try to have Ed Helms killed because he's dating his mom, or at least paralyzed. So he decides to go after some gangsters to meet up with to attack Ed Helms, and he brings Ed Helms there. And then he witnesses a murder of a dirty cop, and then Ed Helms has to watch after him in a weird mix between Cop and a Half and 48 Hours. The film is directed by the same guy who directed Stuber, which came out last year.
Uber?
Yeah, be cool, be nice. I'm Stu, how do you do?
Compton.
Do you have a more specific address?
Compton!
And it almost feels like they could be not sequels, but in the same universe. And Stuber was a film that I enjoyed, but it's not very good. I think Batista and Kumail are great, and they have some good chemistry, but the film overall is bogged down by bad side characters, meandering plot, predictable plot, and just not being that great of a buddy cop action movie. If you saw my Bad Boys review, you'd know I'm a huge fan of buddy cop action films. I watch them constantly. It's one of my favorite genres or subgenres of movies. So when I did decide to watch Coffee and Kareem, I was like, okay, Cop and a Half exists. I like buddy cop movies. I do like Ed Helms. I'm a fan of The Office. I didn't realize I was just going to be watching him be Andy for an hour and a half. And I like Taraji P. Henson. I don't know why she makes weirdly bad movies where she gives good performances in. I guess Cookie don't give a fuck. The kid is great. He's really funny. There are some funny parts of the movie. The villains in particular have this weirdly great chemistry, and when they're on the screen together, they steal every scene, and they're extremely funny. Almost every one of their jokes hits really well. I really like them, and I'd almost like to see them do their own movie. Not like their characters, just those actors do their own movie, because they were great. I'm gonna get his name wrong. Ron Rico Lee, I believe is his name. He's the leader of the villains. I liked him in the movie. I thought he was good. King Bach from Vine. I know him from Vine. He's really funny. I've seen him in other movies I didn't really like him in. I thought he was really good in this. Betty Gilpin's in it, who's from Glow. I really like her in Glow. She's also in Stuber. I didn't like her in Stuber. Didn't really like her in this. I found her kind of annoying. She has one joke I liked. David Alan Grier is in it. I love David Alan Grier. I'm a big David Alan Grier fan. I loved Jumanji as a kid. I loved In Living Color. I love David Alan Grier. He's funny in the movie. All 6 minutes of it he's in. He has one really good scene. That's about it. Overall, the movie's pretty crappy. It felt like the director was like, oh, I made Stuber, let me make it again. But kind of different, but not really. There's a lot of jokes I found funny. This movie can be funny, but a lot of the plot stuff I found really dumb. I like dumb in comedy. You can do that really well, but I thought a lot of these just didn't make sense. And a lot of the movie's very offensive, and its jokes are being, no, we're not offensive because we're going to point out how offensive it is. A lot of the jokes just come off more offensive because you pointed out how offensive it is. And I'm cool with offensive humor. I like offensive humor. But there's a way to do it, and then there's a way to just make yourself look foolish. And I feel like a lot of this movie was foolish. Like I said, Ed Helms just plays Andy Dwyer. Ed Helms is a better actor than that. I guess maybe he's not. A lot of these actors I would like to see do other things. This really isn't it. I don't think this would be a movie that I would ever see in theaters if it was in theaters. I don't think this is a movie that I would have necessarily watched on Netflix if I wasn't stuck in my fucking house with nothing else to do but watch fucking Coffee and fucking Kareem. Get it? Coffee and Kareem? Because they made Coffee the white guy and he's a bumbling idiot, and Kareem, it's cream, but it's Kareem, and it's really stupid. stupid, and whatever producer thought that was a good idea, it wasn't. But I guess you know more than me because you got the movie made. What do I know? I'm just over here giving your movie a 3.3 out of 10. 3.3 out of 10. It was in focus. I liked the chemistry of the villains, and it can be funny. I wouldn't recommend it if you had something else to do. That's my review, guys. Tell me what you think in the comments. What other movies on Netflix would you like to see me review? I'll see you next time for another video.